One of our favorite things, and you do it weekly, is that you go and you listen to the call recordings of salesmen, of CSRs. Like, bro, why don't we do a podcast where we literally pull calls live that we have not heard? We're going to break it down and talk about it, because if you aren't doing this in your business, you are missing out.
We have an auditor who every day pulls 15 calls, audits them according to our standards. Every week, I listen to phone calls, and every week I go into the call center and I literally just sit and I give real-time live feedback.
Thank you for calling Coconut Cleaning.
Hi, this is Taryn over at Coconut Cleaning. Who am I speaking with?
Sure, this is Manoj.
Hi, how are you doing?
Did we speak yesterday or did I speak to someone else?
We did, yes. We talked about mopping the marble and doing the
you got good memory.
Let's go.
You earned my business now.
I love it.
Close it.
Just close it.
Welcome to the Premium Mindset, the weekly podcast where homegrown entrepreneurs and business owners, Ritchey and Cameron Bawden, share the good, the bad, and the ugly of modern entrepreneurship and reveal what really happens behind the scenes of their personal and professional lives. As owners of two of America's fastest growing and most disruptive companies, Coconut Cleaning and Green Mango Pest Control. Stay tuned for real stories, struggles, insight, and advice from real entrepreneurs in real time.
Let me frame this one, man. Okay. I was heating up my lunch. So every Wednesday we do a podcast planning session right before we film the podcast. There's a 30-minute break between the planning session and when we actually go film. And I went to heat up my lunch in the break rooms right next to the CSRs.
Yeah.
I feel like you're going to give.
Listen to
here's
this
the thing.
and then think less.
No, bro.
Like,
here's the thing, though. There's no company that's perfect.
You and I are full agreement there.
The idea came from, hey, I'm listening to this saleswoman. What do we call them? She's not
inside
a man.
Sales rep.
Inside
I just leave the gender out of it because
go.
I don't care.
And I was like, okay, we could improve on that. And so I came back into Evan because one of our favorite things, and you do it weekly, is that you go and you listen to the call recordings of salesmen, of CSRs. Yep. Like, bro, why don't we do a podcast where we literally pull calls live that we have not heard? So we have not heard these calls. We don't know if they got the sale, if they didn't get the sale, if the call hung up in between. Like, we have no clue what's going on. We're going to break it down and talk about it, because if you aren't doing this in your business, you are missing out.
Which is why I say I am on board with this.
Why are you so uncomfortable with it then?
The reason I'm uncomfortable with it is that as a small business owner, I know when this podcast airs that I have to show up to work every day with these people. It's not a bad thing. You praise in public, you correct in private.
They don't listen to our podcast anyways.
Correct. So I will accent what Cameron said. We have an auditor who every day pulls 15 calls, audits them according to our standards, and sends the notes, all that stuff. Every week, I listen to phone calls, and every week, I go into the call center, and I literally just sit, and I give real-time live feedback. I know that there's always going to be feedback, especially in hindsight. So this is something that I'm all about. I'm more so just thinking from the perspective of the 4 people in our call center, that where I'm not going to say the names or anything. We're just simply, do you want to listen to like a minute, dissect, or right when we hear something, stop it?
I don't know. Let's just start it and see what happens, man.
Okay. So we have not listened to these calls. We had 2 calls sent to my email, and that is where we're at now. So I'm just going to start playing a little bit, and you're going to see how Cameron and I would critique a call and or praise a call. We'll see what happens. So here we go.
Thank you for calling Coconut Cleaning. This is Amanda. May I ask who I'm speaking with?
Hi, Amanda. This is Devin.
Hey, Devin. How can I help you?
Hi. I was looking at, the cost of things. I'm looking for my parents. We do have, tile flooring or kind of like a concrete-esque tile. I'm not really sure how to, explain it. But the grout is very much discolored and definitely needs to be cleaned. And I was wondering what a quote would be regarding, the entirety of the house. Do you guys usually do, couple questions. So quote on that, but also question, do you guys typically do the house all at once, or do you kind of do it in sections? How is that? And what's the typical process on that?
So I'll start with our process. So what we do is we spray our pre-tree, which is a coconut-based surfactant. So we'll spray that down. It'll lift up all the dirt and the oils that's stuck in the grout and stuff like that. And then we'll steam clean extract it, so we'll get all of that out, and then also it kills the bacteria. And the dry time is fairly quick. The grout will be a little bit wet for a while. And then it just kind of depends on what areas you're looking to get done. We will do the whole house in one go, so we don't have to come back for anything. We can do it all in one day. But which areas did you want cleaned? I know you said the whole house, but like, what are some of the main areas? Like, how many rooms? Kitchen, dining room, living room?
There's 3 bedrooms, but I would say probably if we were going to do like main areas, it would probably be the kitchen, and then there's kind of like a hallway that follows along the kitchen, like kitchen, living room, and then like maybe that hallway to kind of like the garage area, which is all kind of like a big square, so to speak. But those are like the main areas I would say that probably need it the most.
Okay.
Want to keep going? I have a few things.
Yeah.
Kind of break
pause
this
it
down.
right there.
Did I go first or?
Sure.
Okay. I
You
said,
said
would you like to go first?
I thought you said you want me to go first. One thing that I picked up on this call is that she was really proud of her tile at the beginning. And I think that our CSRs, I don't even know this girl, whatever her name is, like, she needs to play into that. Yes. She needs to show excitement. She needs to show that, hey, like, wow, what, like, you need to feed people's ego when they're bringing it up. Like, she used the word, like, they're very, like, whatever-esque. Like, she's very proud of it, right? So that's number one. What I wish I would have heard is that, like, some type of assurance that she called the right place. There was no, like, hey, we're calling around. We have this wonderful tile. Like, I need to get it clean. It's like, dude, like, give her that satisfaction. Like, we are the best. Everyone comes to us. We have all this experience. We've been in business for 10 years now, 9 years now. Like, how long has it been? 9. A decade, forever, 100 years. So I wish there was a lot of that. And then the transition that I wish she would have used, instead of saying, okay, well, what, like, you said the whole house, like, where is it? It's like, dude, it's the whole freaking house. Guide her into pricing. So I know you said the whole house. What does that look like for square footage? What I'm going to do for you, I'm going to create a custom tailored plan for you, because it's all centered around this, whatever tile she named the name of it. This is how much it's going to be. And boom, give it to her right there. If you're listening to this podcast and you're loving what you're hearing, especially when we talk about branding and your personal story as a founder, we talk a lot about that in the 1% Club. And so if you're interested in the 1% Club, scan the QR code right here. We dive more into the importance of what to talk about as the founder, but more importantly, like, what to show on your social and the pillars that you need to have. Love it.
My feedback is similar. What I'd first say is that, like, I thought she sounded very friendly. Thought she did very good. I just in sales in general, I am a huge advocate for, and this is going to sound annoying, but I promise when it's actually done, it's not, is not really answering questions with the answers, but using questions to expound a little bit. So in my head, where she said the grout is getting dirty, so she said, like, so I just want to know, do you clean it all at once? And then what's the typical process? Do you guys clean it in increments? Awesome question. So what has been your experience with cleaning, like a professional cleaning? Oh, I've had other companies out multiple times. Oh, I've never had a cleaning company. All those little answers that I'm going to get are going to give me highlights or hot buttons for them of really what's important to them. Because if somebody says, I always have a company come out about every 6 months to clean my tile and grout, the last company just pissed me off. What happened? They did this. Okay. So, again, I thought she did really well. I am generally more a fan of when someone says, well, what's your process? Totally understand. Hey, just so you can understand the process. First, I really like what you said. You called the right spot. You don't need to call another place. We clean tile grout. We clean stone and grout. We're the best. As it pertains to, like, tile and grout cleaning, have you ever had it done before? No. Okay, cool. Is this home new to you? No. Awesome. So we're going to help show you how, one, the cleaning that we're going to do is going to get you the results that you're looking for, but also how you can maintain it so you don't run into this issue again.
I like it.
Okay.
Keep going.
And this total call is 6 minutes. We're 2 minutes in.
Perfect. So recap: 3 bedrooms, and then living room, kitchen, and then a hallway.
Yeah.
Okay, Perfect. So right now we do have a promo. So the first 2 rooms is just going to be $131, and then the additional room is 30% off. So it's just going to be $77, and then also your living room is $77, and your kitchen is $77. So with that, it's going to be about $362 to get those main areas clean. As far as the hallways go, we price those on the length of them. So it's $2.75 per linear foot. So our tech will go out there and measure that out for you. For an example, if you were to have like a 10-foot hallway, that would just be an extra $27.50. So I would say a rough estimate between about $362 and maybe about $415 to get everything cleaned. And then if there's any other areas, they can also measure that out for you as well, if you'd like.
Okay, so like if I did those spaces, but what if I ended up doing, I'm assuming maybe my mom is like, screw it, I'll do everything. So what if it's the 3 bedrooms and then there's technically 3.5 bathrooms and then everything else as well? Do you think that would probably be around, if we're adding those extra on top, like 500, give or take?
Yeah, if you want to add extra like bathrooms, again, that'll just be priced on the length of it as well. We don't price this as like a full room. So it's going to go up, I would say closer to 500, maybe about 525 to give some extra space just in case.
Okay. So I'll go first on this one. One, I really like the recap that she did right after. So just making sure I heard you right. You said this room, this room, this room. What my feedback would be is I would never solicit a promo that we're just generally running. What was the how did you find us? I saw you guys on social media. Cool. Because it goes 2 ways. One way is that like you could solicit a promo and they think that they could stack it on top of the one that they're calling in for. And so that can run into some issues where it seems like you're not willing to oblige. So if you're saying, well, we're running 30% off, they're like, oh, cool. I have a $150 gift card that my realtor gave me. And then it's like, okay, do we stack promotions? Now you're having a conversation about not the most important thing. So I'd say, hey, how did you hear about coconut cleaning? Cool. I have this. My realtor gave me a $150 gift card. Awesome. So we're going to use that towards the total pricing today. And then she didn't maximize the price, minimize against the promotion. So if we're running 30% off, everything that you said today, I wouldn't list it out and say, oh, it's 75. I just say, hey, for all that to get done, broken down, everything adds up to $375 with the promotion that normally would be $510 if you didn't have this gift card, if you didn't have this promotion, etc. And then she made a comment, like, let's say my mom just says, do everything. So, okay, cool. Is this your mom's home, or is this something you're doing for your mom? Because she might just be calling for her. I think that's
Didn't she say that at the beginning? I'm calling for my mom.
Maybe she did. I didn't. That's a piece that I didn't. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So is your mom's home? Okay, cool. And then I think that's probably that's good right there. So if you're enjoying this podcast, I just had an experience with franchisees because Cameron and I are still building a national company, and I was able to illustrate to them how important it is to stay on top of their leads, that before they pass it off to a family member, that they need to have the SOPs that we already have. So it's clear, the stats are out there. Franchising is an accelerator for you to not only start a business, but to be able to grow at a pace that just starting a regular company, you just can't do. So if you're interested in franchising with us at Coconut Cleaning and you want to jump into a system that's ready to go, click the link below, and we'd love to talk to you soon.
Well, so this is what sparked this idea to do this on the podcast. Is I was sitting there warming up my food, and one of the things that she started listing out the pricing like that, 77, 74, 77.
You heard that too? Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if this call, like, if it by luck when we said, hey, pull any random call, if she pulled the exact one, or if this is her pitch.
She's probably like, I think he liked my call, so I'm going to send him this one.
Oh, wait, she sent them?
No, I'm just saying.
She better not have sent the ones that she wanted. I've never sold carby before, and I know we've tested a bunch of different models, but I don't like the idea of like, for me, it sounds like a lot and it's confusing. 77 plus 77. I'm like, shit, man, I'm at 140 plus 77.
Here's your iPhone. Here's a charger. Here's this. It's like they don't do
Are
that.
we trying to upsell on the phone, or are we trying to get the technician out there?
So like because business owners listen to this, you want top funnel everywhere. So marketing's your first place that you start the selling. the most important thing for the inside sales rep is to get the sale. And they first don't upsell anything beyond what the person is originally calling in for. So if they say, hey, I just have 3 area rugs that need to be cleaned, but they don't go, okay, cool. Do you know that we also clean couches? They're just taking the order pretty much of what the person wants done first. And then if they say something, do you guys do sealant as well? They are allowed to make a little bump by saying, yeah, so I have you down for the whole cleaning process. I wouldn't even go into sealant until you see the results of the cleaning, make sure you're happy. However, if you do move forward with the sealant, it would be an extra $150 with that promotion, where sealant would normally be $210.
So this is my biggest problem with salesmen, and where I get it. They're taking 20, 30 calls a day. It gets boring. People say the same thing, but you need to pay it, like literally paying attention to the little things will help you make the sell and upsell more. So if you paid attention, and this is what's crazy, is like you're focusing in on like analyzing this call, and you missed, and I second guessed. Did she say I'm calling in for my mom? So this call, automatically the salesman should go to, this call has nothing to do with price. Right. It has all about, did I choose the right company? And am I getting my mom said, right, essentially this is what I would imagine. Hey, call around to the best company and get the best discount. That's what the sell should be about. It shouldn't be about that it's going to be $367 plus $10 for every 2 feet or whatever. Right. And that, like, so in my opinion, it's not like she probably got the sell, but my thing is that the whole pitch should go against what her normal pitch is. And it's all about, hey, we're the best company. This is the value. And so what I would have loved to hear, and again, I know we've tested a bunch of different models. And so, but it's like, hey, get the person on the route and let them know, look, because you called in today, to your point, hey, attach it to the influencer or to the call to action. Look, we're going to take care of you. We're the best. What's important is I'm going to put 30% discount or whatever it is on anything she wants. Our guys are going to come out, they're going to measure it. And so instead of trying to go back and forth, at the house, how big it is, how small it is, how many feet, she doesn't know. Look, we're going to book you. It's probably going to be around $300. It could go up to $600. But what's important is I'm going to give you the 20% discount today. And you're going to get that for anything you want. The entire house, a couple of rooms, whatever. I got you. Look, we've been in business for 9 years now. We're family owned and operated. Like, we care a lot. And by the way, it looks like Jaden, our best technician, is actually going to be the one that's going to come out and get you taken care of today. Mornings or afternoons. And just be done. Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to make everyone watch this podcast, because you brought up a few really good points that I don't really hit on too much, that it reminds me of the importance of like just being excited about everything again.
Well, I'm really passionate about it because John Jay and Rich at Green Mango is one of our lead sources for almost 4 years. Yep. And people would call in and be like, hey, I heard about you on John Jay and Rich. And the salesman would be like, how many square feet is it? It's like, dude, connect with that person for a minute. You know what I mean? Like, and then when you go to close, hey, John Jay, he loves this service. Yeah. Not play into it, but like just speak their language. Yeah. So anyways, I love it.
Going. Sorry, so many questions. What was it going to be? $3.92.
So there's 20 seconds left.
$3.92, and then you said it was going to be $110 each?
Yeah, 110 per room.
Okay. Excellent. Okay, I will go ahead and relay this information back to my mom, but I really appreciate your help, Amanda, and hopefully I will be reaching out soon.
Okay, yeah. If you have any other questions, just let us know. We're happy to help you.
And I'm glad we did this, because it was probably a month ago. I always say like last week, but it was about a month ago. We had somebody on the phone who was on, I literally, just like you, I was kind of walking by and I heard, yep, so for the sectional, it's going to be $330. Oh, sorry. Oh, you want to talk to your spouse? Okay. Well, cool. So is there a time I could call you back? No, I'll just call you. And then it obviously ended better than that in terms of like, all right, well, cool. Give us a call. I said, hey, what was their objection? He's like, oh, the objection was they want to talk to their spouse. I'm like, dude, no. And I remember this person because her name's Olivia. My mother's name's Olivia. I said their objection was the price, and that value wasn't built beyond the price. So I called her, and he said, lunch on me if you can sell her. I'm like, I need to remind these people, dude. Like, so I get on. I said, Olivia. Hey, I didn't say owner. I didn't say nothing like that.
My mom's name was Olivia. I have a near dear to my heart with you. I want to take care of you.
Did you listen to the call? So I said, Olivia, my mother. No, just kidding. I work here with the person you were just talking to. I couldn't help but notice you said you've called around to a few different places. Yeah, I've called around. I have to believe, like, one, why'd you call us? But two, like, something about our price kind of raised some alarms. Yeah, I was hoping to pay $300. Like, that was like going into looking for companies. I just knew I didn't want to pay more than $300. And he said $330. I said, Olivia, oh my gosh. I said, look, what promotions do you have? Do you have any gift cards, anything like that? No, but I saw you on this influencer that had like a 30% off. I was like, well, so if we take a look at our $330 and we apply 30% off, we're going to be at the, $260. And that's going to be for everything. So now you get Coconut to come out. You have a trusted name, trusted brand to come out and clean that couch at a lesser price than you were expecting. And we signed her up, and he owed me lunch.
I think I've only listened to one call in 9 years of Coconut, but I think it should be all about the promo that they're getting and how valuable we are as a company with our expertise. And just say, look, I wish we could blanket and just tell you exactly what it's going to be, but it's like tile's different, carpet's different. You might have urine in it. So we just try and be fair. Like, we charge $10 for every 2 feet, but we don't expect you to go measure that out. What's important is, like, we are who we are. We're the best. We've been in business for 9 years. We're family owned and operated, blah, blah, blah. And you're going to have a great technician come out, and I'm applying 20% discount. So whatever you want, we're going to take care of you. Our average bill is around $450. If you do less, then blah. I'm not, but like, I just think we're getting too, when you start adding things up, man, I hate that as a consumer of like, man, this is getting expensive. Even if it's like 19 plus 19 plus 19 plus 19, like, just tell me it's $200 and I'm good.
We're not order takers as phone salespeople. You get the needs, concerns, and you share how you can resolve them. So we're going to move on to the next call. And we did ask for these are just sales calls, right? So I can tell you that these are just sales calls.
Hi, this is Taryn over at Coconut Cleaning. Who am I speaking with?
Sure, this is Manoj.
Hi, how are you doing?
Did we speak yesterday, or did I speak to someone else?
We did, yes. We talked about mopping the marble and doing the
you got good memory.
Let's go.
I'm sure you speak to a lot of customers, but you remember me. I am so happy. You earned my business now.
I love it.
Close it.
Just close it. Close it.
All right. So I have some progress, so that's why I wanted to call. The cleaning crew is working as we speak. So the cleaning crew will get done today. And my window cleaner guys are going to come in Wednesday tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And they're going to do the windows, they said, about 4 hours. So let's say Wednesday is burned, okay?
Okay.
Can we schedule you guys in for Thursday? And
Absolutely.
can I get a firm quote? And does someone need to come see it? How would you like me to proceed?
So what I would do is we can set you up. Technically, we would just call it an appointment. So we'd set you for an appointment on Thursday. Our technician will come in. They'll know what we're cleaning before. They'll definitely have a heads up about the marble and that we're doing a mop on it. They will measure everything out and give you a final quote down to the dollar and cent. Then if that pricing works okay with you, then they will go ahead with the cleaning the same day. So that's just kind of the way that we do it. They'll clean it at the same appointment.
There's a reason why you need a franchise with Coconut Cleaning, because you're going to get the sales. I'm just kidding. So look, when I heard him say that, I almost felt in his tone that it was like, hey, it's me again. So that's why I was like, oh gosh, like he's like, this is Raj or whatever he said his name was. So I was like, oh, this sounds like someone that we had an experience with. But obviously, I love the flow and the simplicity of, yep, you called and asked about this. Great memory. You've earned my business. Well, cool. Again, I feel like she was keeping it super simple. Yep, we're just going to notate on the appointment the technician's going to come out. I like the validation that like what's important to you is going to be documented down, and the technician will be aware that it is a mop on the marble, that we're not going to put any type of harsh products, harsh cleaning on marble, because that's super important for people that own marble flooring. Do you have any marble in your floor? Mm-hmm. Right? So it's like you put anything too alkaline, too acidic on there, but generally those people know. So I like the fact that I think contextually she said back to him, yes, the technician will know that he's just doing a mop job on the marble itself.
It goes back to what we just talked about, being relatable to the customer. You and I cringed when we heard this guy's voice, his demeanor, his tones. It was just like that guy that we all hate. As soon as
don't have that in there.
Don't have that in there. It's a grumpy man calling with a monotone. Like, who wants to deal with that? Okay. I'm not talking about race or anything like that. I'm talking about he's grumpy. Like, we could barely hear his voice. Yeah. And I want you guys, like, I want the editors to go back and show his voice right now of how soft it was. And then he says, "Do you remember me?" And she says, "Of course," with excitement, not like, "Yeah, I remember you." And then the level of his voice and excitement jumped up, and it changed the game. So props to her for remembering it. I freaking love that. Yeah. 2, she started to talk about, like, relate it to him. Hey, you wanted this, you wanted that, you wanted, blah, blah, blah. What I wanted her to do at the close, the one thing that I would give her and say, hey, look, she asked again for the close. This is a done deal, right? And this is what people need to understand. She said, if it's okay with you, we'll come out and do it. It's like, dude, he wants you. He loves you. You're the best friend. You need to play the friend card now. Hey, dude, we talked yesterday. I got you on today. Here's what I'm going to do for you. And you start saying, because you're a repeat customer now, you called back in, I'm going to take care of you. We're going to give you this promotion. I'm going to do this discount. And we haven't finished the call yet, but one of the things that she stuck to is she said, look, we're going to come out and take care of you. We'll give you the pricing when we get out there down to the dollar. She didn't start saying it's going to be $19.99 plus $70 plus $10 for every 2 feet, or like, she didn't start like, that's too much. It's just, I got you, man. Yep. I'm your friend. We're going to get this taken care of.
Yep.
It'll take probably, like I said, about 2 hours, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. And what was the approximate quote that we spoke with? I'm looking at my notes in here. I think I was something like 181 for carpet, and then there was some complicated way you were doing the math.
Yeah.
Do you remember anything? What would be the upper number and lower number I can expect?
So with that, it totally depends on hallways and whatnot. But
this is when you hit him with the bro. It's gonna be $2,000. He's like, what? I don't remember that. Just kidding. I told you we're homies now. Like, the most it's gonna be, depending again. It depends on your square footage. I could sit here and rattle off how this room's going to be $17 and that room's going to be $19. Our average ticket's around $450. For marble customers, it could be upwards of $750. What's important is that we're the best. We've been in business for 9 years now. We have over, how many 5-star reviews? Like, you start hitting them with analytics and stats that we're the best and that they have a promo coming, but you hit them with the high marker. Hey, it's $2,000. I'm going to take care of you for $600. Now $600 doesn't sound like anything.
I do want to make a side note for business owners, not to try to make your business more complex than what it is. However, there is a reason why they do $2 per linear foot, because when they say, hey, how long's the hallway? We have been to plenty of places where it's 40, 50 feet in hallways, and that's an extra 45 minutes of cleaning versus a little 3 to 4 foot hallway, right? So when you have ambiguous information like, oh, can you clean my couch? There's a reason why we have to go a little bit farther and say, is it a sectional sofa love seat? Because a love seat will take me 20 minutes. A sectional takes me an hour and a half. And when you have technicians who make money out in the field and you say, hey, you quoted this on the phone as $300, but I measured everything up, it should be $550. So find the balance between not having, and I don't like the itemized thing that they've done. I like just saying that. And when the technician's there for the hallways, he'll measure. It's just $2 a linear foot. But they're saying, like, how long is it? What is this? Plus the room, it's $50 plus $50. It's like, I would hate that.
Yeah.
So if you have any type of little complexity to the business, I would not recommend blanket stating a price over the phone that leaves your salesman in a uncomfortable position when they have to change it, because it adds a lot more time, or the severity of the issue for us contextually is like urine, things like that, is a whole lot more.
All right, we're going to get to the end here and see if she closes him.
Do my cell number, whatever you prefer. You want my cell?
Let's see.
Yeah, let's for the 9 to 12 on Friday. I have all the notes of everything we talked about, the marble and whatnot, and then
Hold on.
for you two after.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's my first name, last name, at gmail.com.
Perfect.
I want to get to
Okay,
where
and
she
then
closes him. Hold on.
What time Thursday do you think is a good time for them?
Let me see.
And it might wait.
Yeah, 100 times. So that's in it. They can always. I already talked to our
Speakers
manager
over
about
there.
it. That was a tech, and he said that we've done the mopping of marble and stuff that we can't clean with our big machinery 100 times. So it's not.
When they say mopping, is it just like a mop, or is it like a machine that does the mop?
It's just basically glorified mop in the
We say
sense
this.
that it's not technically the same machinery of tile and grout, but it is just a different type of mop machinery.
Yeah, but it'll
Maybe work on that a little bit.
Yeah.
I know it's unique, but
Yes.
Machine-wise, they're not just going to use like a floor mop just to mop it, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Okay. So it'll take away the junk. A mop just basically moves
Correct.
it. In
Yes.
my opinion, it moves it from one corner to the other. I want the junk gone, sucked out,
Yes.
and they will move like furniture.
With that, we had kind of talked about any bigger furniture that is left in there, they will just go under or around it. Any smaller furniture that's in it, they can always help kind of assist and move it, but
She was gonna say yes.
just for liability purposes, they won't move any furniture on their own.
But they will move out like area rugs and stuff and go under the area rug, obviously. Right?
With that, if you're there to move it with them, they can definitely move it. It's easier if it's all moved prior to the appointment, but again, they can help.
I'm a single person. I'm not going to be able to do that.
Okay.
So I need help. Okay, so we're looking at 6:50 to 8 as the
Yes.
number. And what time Thursday do you think is a good time for them?
Let me see.
And it might wait.
so what's cool is that, I mean, he pretty much closed himself, you know, because of the legwork that went in at the beginning of the call, the relationship of how well she did building that relationship beforehand. And that's why when people say at the end, hey, I got to speak to my spouse, that's not the objection.
Correct,
You lost the sale way before that. That's just the easy out excuse that
Yeah.
not many people know how to, combat. But one of the things that, we have a guarantee at Coconut, right?
30 day.
30 days. And so that's what I would remind him. It's like he's worried that this mop, and like I would imagine that's a pretty unique
We
call,
don't
right?
clean
So we
mar-
don't
clean
practice
marble.
that.
Yeah.
And so, but what I would say is like, hey, like he got you on, showing confidence on this service. Like maybe ask Evan about it. Ask Cole, ask Andrew, whoever, like let's sharpen up on that. So if it ever comes up again, you can speak more confidently around it. But at that moment, you could remind him like, look, we're confident that when we come out, we're going to make sure that you're happy. And so much that if you're not, we have a 30-day guarantee. It's like, no stress. Like we got you,
I like that. I like that
reminding him of
reminder.
that. And then I think like we have a very strong policy around furniture and not moving it. Do this. If we pulled in a salesman right now, do they know why? Who knows?
I've done this enough to know I'm not answering that anymore.
Well,
they know. They are trained on it. Who knows?
So I understand the why, but from a
Yes.
consumer, it could be like these guys are trying to be lazy. And I think we teach the salesman to give a 20-second blurb on why. Hey, look, there's a reason why we don't move furniture. It's not because we're being lazy or because we don't want to. And I think we use those words, not because we're lazy and we don't want to, because that's what they're thinking.
Correct.
So we're 8-miling them, and then we're doing it. We don't do it because boom, and you give them the reason.
Yep.
And then it's like, yeah, that makes sense. So
I love it.
Love
yeah.
it, man.
So again, it's a little uncomfortable to do this publicly, not for any other reason as far as like my ego, just more so the people that you work with, right? But internally inside these four walls, this is what is done every week, especially during one-on-ones. Our one-on-one managers are reviewing calls in front of these people. So,
well, I just add right there, if you're doing this weekly and there's still some things that could like improve like this much, imagine if you haven't done this in a year or ever.
Correct. And I would say for such an important department like inside sales. Like it just highlights that if you think one-on-ones every week are too much, like you're just not doing them right. And if you're going to critique everyone, just remember you have to have the I would say the background of consistently providing them with the tools and resources and the how-to, because we just had 3 weeks ago, they were like, I just wish I had a list of everything we don't clean. I'm like, you don't have a list of everything we don't? They're like, no. I'm like, and I went to my chair right here and I made a list of everything that we don't clean. So it's always a work in progress, but remember that people respect what you inspect. And especially for sales or anything like that, you always have to be seeking continual improvement in an industry or in a department where whoever does the best, it's hard to systemize and make an SOP for the best salesman, but you have to do the best that you can with the things that give you the highest probability of success in closing people. Listen, if you have a business partner like Cameron, you are lucky because you're going to be critiqued often. So what we just did today is we listened to 2 sales phone calls and we critique them, right? And I think what's difficult as a founder and business owner is to be in the right rooms and in the right groups and communities where you yourself can be critiqued on how to get to the next level. Well, you don't have to look any further because that's what the 1% Club is. Since Cameron has exited from his business and has created the 1% Club, it's now become a community of entrepreneurs who want to ascend to the next levels. And they've been able to partake in the same critique that I've been able to receive to get Coconut to where it is now. And you can too at the 1%. So if you scan the QR code, you can see all the information on how you can join and how you can quickly hop into this community and start getting the feedback you need to take the business to the next level.